Hey everybody, welcome back to Women Carry Knives. We've got something new on the table to take a look at, and this one's a fun one. Before we begin, if you guys could hit that like button, I would appreciate it. It does help out the channel, and if you are not a subscriber, I'd love for you to hit the subscribe button because I'd love to have you here all the time. Don't forget to ring that bell either. That'll let you know anytime I put up a new video. What are we looking at on the table? Well, you guys, this is a fun knife, and we've been carrying this one, so I apologize if it has some marks on it, but this is the Sencut Sachse. It's actually spelled S-A-C-H-S-E, but I believe from the pronunciation that I know, it is Sachse. Now, this has been a really fun knife. Interestingly enough, this knife actually won Best Buy of the Year at Blade Show 2022. So if you weren't there and you didn't see that, yes, this one did win Best Buy of the Year. This has just been a super fun knife. Now, sorry, I'm just playing with everything on it. Okay, what are you going to get? This is $46.50, and I will put a code down there for you guys, a discount code that will help out if you would like to purchase one. What do you get for your $46.50? Well, you're going to get a really fun knife and a very useful knife. Now, this is going to be a 9CR18 MOV blade. You do have a nice satin finish on that. You do kind of have that little kind of almost swedge at the top there, which I really do like. They actually, this is micarta. Now, this is a black micarta, but they were calling it green. And I honestly don't think it's green. But the beauty of this one, for my lefties out there, it is ambidextrous. Now, your screws on your pocket clip are going to be inset. However, your clip itself will not be. But that still does help with the tearing up of the jeans. You do have a nice little lanyard barrel here, which is really nice. I call it the barrel. Your liners are going to be, I always have to stand up so I can see, you guys can see that. Your scales are going to be milled out a little bit, skeletonized, whatever you'd like to call it, which is really nice because it does make the weight a little bit lighter for you. It is button lock, if you didn't notice that. You can actually use the flipper tab, or if you so choose, you can use the thumb studs. So it's kind of your choice. Or if you're feeling really lazy and you just want to flick it out, you can just use the button. Total fail. The button. There you go. The micarta on this is very smooth, but it's grippy. I don't know how to, it almost has a, okay, so I like a good micarta to be soft, to where it almost has kind of that waxy feel to it. And that's kind of what this is, and I like that. I like that. It is very, very comfortable. All right, let's get into some of the specs on this one. As I said, you do have your thumb studs, you do have a button lock, and you can also use it as a flipper. Your flipper tab is going to have some jimping on it, as you can see there. And the back of your spine of your blade is also going to have some jimping. So you are able to choke up on this one, which I like. Now I'm going to call this kind of a medium-sized knife. When I'm choked up, I can actually get a couple more fingers on there if I'd like to. Or even if I'm back, I can still have enough room to get another finger on there. So it, to me, is very, very comfortable in all ways. The clip, even though it has a bit of a higher lift to it, it's really not, it's not a hot spot at all, which I really thought it was going to be. But I'm really happy to say that it has not been at all. It's got some pretty good retention to it. It is a deep carry. Now, because of the way that the butt is angled there, the back end of your knife, you are going to have just a tiny, tiny bit out of pocket. We're going to call it a 1/16 of an inch or so. Not much, which is absolutely wonderful. Your blade length on this one is going to be just about 3.5 inches with a about 3¼ inch cutting edge. You are going to have a closed or handle length of, looks like just over 4¼ inches, 4.3 something, I'm gonna guess, around there. That was not one that I actually wrote down, which is gonna give you an overall of just over 7, actually we're looking at about 7¾ inch, which is a really good size. If we compare that one, I've been going smaller to larger for you all. So let's go ahead and compare that to the Baby Banter, which we all know is a nice small knife. Love this knife, by the way. Let's take a look at it next to my bug out here, which I consider to be more of a medium size. And finally, you can see why I'm going to call this one kind of a medium to large, because next to the Rat 1, you're still looking at maybe about an inch. We'll line it up here, inch bigger. Just under an inch larger. So really, this is more of a large. Okay, so we're looking at kind of a medium large. The weight on this one is going to be 3.59 ounces is what they say. Let's check that. As soon as the scale zeroes out there. Okay, 3.6. So 3.59, close enough. Or grams, for those of you that use grams, it's going to be 102 grams. So I do like that. For its size, it is nice and light. You know, button lots were a big deal there for a while, and I feel like they really kind of nailed it with this one. It's really comfortable. It rides in the pocket really well. This one I've carried, and I try to carry mine in all ways. So I try to carry it in the front pocket, the back pocket, and on the waistband, because I like to know how it's going to feel in all ways. This one I actually carried in my yoga pants, but I will say that to me this one was not as comfortable in the yoga pants, because I feel it kind of bouncing around. So I would still prefer to carry something a little bit lighter when I am walking. But otherwise, you know, I've been super happy with this. Everything is nicely rounded on this. There are no sharp points at all. The jimping is well done. It's not overly done, which is very nice. You know, you don't have a choil on this really. You have a sharpening, like a very small sharpening choil. But you do have, with the flipper tab, I kind of like how it, you know, keeps you from going up onto the blade. However, yes, you can still really choke up on this. So you can see this way it kind of disappears, but the way I hold it in my hand, it does have the ability to add more fingers if I wanted to. That makes no sense, but you guys understand what I'm saying, I hope. Yeah, comfort-wise, it has been absolutely wonderful. It has been super sharp out of the box. I've been just cutting stuff up as I've been doing reviews, so let's just take a look. You know, roll cut. I'm barely even pressing down. It's chopping it up nicely. I only have the paracord right now. That's all I've been playing with. I was playing with a toothpick. Here's part of a toothpick. So as I was doing reviews, I was kind of doing a little, you know, whittling with it. Takes a little more effort. Oh, now I just shot part of a toothpick in the house, so got to grab that before the animals get it. But you get the point. When we were chopping some stuff up, you know, this has been one, and because it is 9CR18, a little bit of stropping is going to make it just as sharp as it was. It's really, really, it's been wonderful. It's been fun to have. I've really been enjoying a lot of the knives that we've had lately. They've been a lot of fun. All right, you guys, this has been a look at the Sencut Sachse 4650. I'll leave a code for you guys down there. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave it down in the comment section. I try to answer every single one of you. And until next time, have a good one.